What's up, guys? How's it going? Just got out of my favorite place to eat ever. But I don't come here very often anymore. The prices, they've gone up. Too much, actually. I used to be able to come here and eat for $12. Now, we're looking at $18 for the same thing. Same thing, $18. It doesn't make any fucking sense at all. Well, it does. Inflation's a bitch. We all know it. We all feel it. Today's video is going to be based off Monster Hunter again. I'm going to be talking about my feelings towards what I've seen from the games like World, Rise, all of those ones. Monster Hunter Rise was weird, man. I'll tell you that right now. It's fucking weird. Where should I begin? I think I'll start with World. I noticed that World had a problem from the get-go. Like, it was a big freaking problem with the game. And it was the fact that they made you fucking watch every little cutscene. Every single one of them. You get to sit there and enjoy it. Even though you don't. Deep down, you know you don't. If you came from an old school... Oh, sorry, guys. Trying to get through here, little intersection. If you know you've come from the old school generations of Monster Hunter, Freedom 2, Unite, you know that shit wasn't a thing. That was like, you played the fucking game, man. You played the game and you enjoyed the game for what it was. It wasn't cutscene after cutscene after cutscene. Oh my god, how much cutscenes can you give me? And then when you go on the research things to go find, like, a monster, dude, you would get lost in the map. You didn't even know what the hell you were doing half the time. I remember I was playing with my cousins, and, yeah, it was just all three of my cousins, right? We had a 4-man team. We all got the game. We're super hyped, you know. This is Monster Hunter. Yeah, this is exactly what we remember. Oh, we were in for a fucking surprise, let me tell you. Because it sure wasn't the old Monster Hunter that we all love and dear. This drove us so crazy that we ended up stopping we stopped playing the game once we got to that spiky boss. I don't know, it's like the one they show, and they're just, you know, it's like Tiger X for like 2, but this one's like World's version of the big one, right? Got to him, we killed him. And then we just shortly after that just gave up because there was too many fucking cutscenes. There's too many things where you have to watch, you know, go and watch a monster or go look for it or do this, do that. And it's like, being the old school hunter I am, I don't want that shit at all. Like, I don't. If there was an option to turn it off, I would do it. I don't think I checked. Maybe there is, right? Maybe I'm just talking shit here, but I know back then, I think I looked and we could not figure out how to get the fucking cutscenes to stop because it just wouldn't. And it was very frustrating, you guys, very frustrating. Because I just wanted to play the game. We all just wanted to play the game and not have to sit there and watch every fucking thing. When you play a Monster Hunter game, what do you think? You think of, I want to start from scratch, and then I want to slowly level up over time and kill harder and harder creatures with my friends, like a real hunt. But this game, it just took all of that and threw it out the window because it was miserable. Like, this game is just evil in a way where it's just not that fun. Like, they make you sit through too much shit, and I don't know, you guys. Like, the maps were really weird too. Like, old Monster Hunter Freedom, the maps were really laid out specifically. Like, it felt more organic, but these ones just felt like a fucking battle royale, you know? Like, it is weird. It's hard to, you know, talk about this and like, oh man, I would just kill to have old maps back. It's like, I know there's mods and shit, but like, I would kill to have those old Forest and Hills maps and like all those good ones where it was very simple, very easy to understand. Go there, mine this, go fishing over there. You don't need all this complex fucking jungle vine bullshit where you're climbing up and like you're using that that fucking thing, that grapple thing was stupid too. Just stop it. Stop it with all this new gimmicky shit. Like, cut it out already. Enough with the gimmicks, man. I don't care. I don't need a fucking rope that I shoot on the monster and it's an automatic damage. Nothing's automatic in the game. You play the old games, nothing's for sure. If you want to strike an enemy or like a boss, it wasn't for sure, guys. Like, that thing could spin around and get you. But for this thing, it's a for sure damage. It's a way you can do damage that's like almost guaranteed. Why the fuck would that even be in the game? Why? Like, it makes me so mad that they put that in there. As soon as I seen it, I'm like, I'm never using this because it just doesn't feel good. Like, I just don't want to use this. I can't remember what Rise had, but it had some gimmick crap too. I think it had like the... What was it? Oh, I think that was Rise with the launcher thing. Like, you would get the damage just by shooting the thing, the rope on it. And then... Oh no, it was... Okay, it was both of them, I think. Yeah, it's been a long time, you guys. I'm sorry. Yeah, both of them had that gimmick shit. And then I think Monster Hunter Wilds is the new one coming out. They've got mounts. I don't know. The whole mounting thing, like, they're trying to turn it into like the freaking MMO. I don't know, you guys. It feels really weird. Maybe it's better once I start playing the game, but I'm the type of person that needs to feel it out. I need to get in there and try it for myself. Otherwise, I won't have an honest opinion for you guys yet. I just know that it might fail. Like, I have a very high sense that it just won't feel as good. Because running around in those big open worlds was part of the fun. Like, you didn't have a mount. You ate freaking steaks. You cooked steaks on the barbecue and got a well-done steak or a gourmet one, and then you got your stamina back. That's how you traveled. You're a freaking hunter. Why would I need a mount when I'm carrying a great sword that probably weighs like 500 pounds all by myself? No, you don't. You just don't, man. You run around the map. Your character's perfectly fine. It's every new game, there's a new gimmick. I swear to you guys, keep your eyes out, because that's the thing, you know? They try to lure you in with a new gimmick. I don't want to completely shit talk about Monster Hunter too much, because let's be real here. Okay, let's give it the benefit here. At least they're giving us games still. At least they haven't given up completely on the franchise. At least they're trying. But the way they're trying is not the way that people really want. It's not the way that people remember. It's not the way people will want to hunt. Like, deep down they know, like, there's a sadness because you had a good experience back then, and it's gone now. And it's more like nostalgic at this point. Like, you playing this one just makes you wish, like, oh man, you know, I really wish this game had this. How many times have you guys done that? You're like, I wish this game had this. Oh, why did they take that out? Damn it, right? You always go through that. It's like this withdrawal of like, oh my god, like, this could have been so much better than it is, but I mean, here we are. Here's the game we're playing. And I just spent like $90 fucking on it. Like, you gotta force yourself to play it then, right? Because you spent $90. Otherwise, you feel guilty, and that's not a good feeling. Feeling guilty over a game. Nobody wants to feel that way. I've done that many times. I don't want to name games right now, but like, you guys understand what I'm talking about. Where you think a game's gonna be good, you buy it, and it's not. It's nothing what the developers like promised you, basically. Like, it's nothing. Let's talk about the good things still, though. Like, the combat feels good, right? The buttons, like the combos and stuff you can now do, feels more like a fighting game. Like, I don't necessarily like that. I think that Monster Hunter was a hunting game, not a fighting game. Like, they're trying to turn it into like a Street Fighter almost. Like, you get the button combos, you fucking do this, do that, and it's like more flashy. I don't really like that. It's not what I am used to. they come out with new weapons too. Like, the concepts for weapons are very phenomenal. They've always been that way. Like, the greatsword was really cool. Dual wield, amazing. They had the hunting horn. Nobody really liked the hunting horn. I think the hunting horn had problems of its own. Like, the hunting horn was too slow, in my opinion. You would need to, bring it out of your back, like off your back, and then start playing it just to get that speed boost to even use the weapon. Like, it's useless without the speed boost. And then if you do buff your team with it, the buffs don't last as long as you'd like them to. And it just felt really awful to try to play songs while you're watching your buddies fight the creatures. Like, it felt, there was something off about that weapon completely. And I honestly think that's the reason why a lot of people don't play it, because it just feels so off. Like, it's a great weapon, like, don't get me wrong, like, it's a hammer still. Like, you can get knockouts with it and stuff, but it just had its, like, offness to it. Like, nobody really picked it up. A lot of people didn't pick up Sword and Shield either. Like, back then, we'd play, and nobody liked Sword and Shield, because we all knew, it was weak. Like, it just wasn't good. And the blocking was shit. You'd still get hit a little bit. It would take a lot of your stamina. Like, it felt so inferior to, like, let's say, the Greatsword, or what else? The Hammer. Like, those are two main weapons that I can think of that are just completely better than it. Like, in every fucking way. It's not even close. The only thing I think, like, Sword and Shield is good for is, like, if you get a poison one or you get a paralyzed one, then if you're playing with, like, 4 people and one's carrying, like, the Sword and Shield, then it can have its uses, right? Don't put anyone else with, like, poison. Don't put anyone else with, like, paralyzed. You pick, like, one or the other, You're the Sword and Shield guy. I'm going to be the one poisoning the creature. I know I'm not doing a lot of damage, but I'm going to be the one, poisoning him over and over again. And in those games, we all know if you get hit by a heavy poison, it'll take your health down really quickly. I believe it does that to the creatures as well. So keep that in mind. Other than that, you could probably use Paralyze. You could be paralyzing the opponents over and over again. And it's kind of like a pitfall trap, right? You get them in there, and then your whole team just gets free damage on them, which is great. You always want free damage in the game. But not free damage from the fucking hook claw thing, right? Like, there's a difference here. Like, you earned that free damage compared to I did not do anything for the free damage, and now I'm being rewarded? Fuck off. Get that shit out of here. Terrible design. I know I'm roasting it quite heavily because these are my feelings. I can't help it, you guys. Like, this is the way it is. I've been feeling this way for a long time about the series. I've watched it spiral out of control. And now it's burning. These new people who get into the game, they might really enjoy it, but they don't understand what they missed before. And if they were to see what they missed before and experience it, they would probably have a similar opinion as to what I'm giving you right now. Eventually, right? It is one of those things. You gotta play it to experience it. And then you'll have your judgments of it, of your own. Like, a lot of people, they dislike about the Monster Hunter franchise, it was the potions, right? Where your character would stand still or walk very slowly. But I felt like that was okay. I felt that was a charm to the game. You took punishment. Now you gotta stand there at a decent time and figure out a way to heal yourself. I think that was a great way. Dark Souls is exactly the same way, right? You play a Souls game, and basically you're having to heal, but your character is, like, really slow in the animation. Like, you're gonna drink the potion, but, like, you're really slow at that point. I think that is beautiful design. Like, a lot of people don't like that. Like, my buddy, he just absolutely hated, why do we have to stand there and drink? It's like, well, it's part of the game, bud. That was a core mechanic back then. That shit's not going anywhere, and God forbid if it ever does, right? Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. These are some of the thoughts that I have about Monster Hunter and, like, the series, how it's, like, evolved over time, and my experiences and stuff. But let me know what you think down below. honest opinions, just honesty. I want to hear honesty. I want to hear exactly what you guys feel. What exactly could change? I could make another video. What exactly could change to make it better? But I want to hear in the comments what you guys really feel deep down about this game and this franchise. Okay, guys, take care.